not go to such type of violences. We should also try to remember we have some social duty, social obligation, duty towards country. Our constitution preaches solidarity, it preaches fraternity, it preaches dignity to all of us, and we must respect. Sir, today, as you are given some topics, I thought that I'll little talk about impact of social media on Indian society with your kind permission. Of course, it has a very many positive impact, and due to shortage of time, I may not be able to emphasize much on the positive side of the social media for the fact that we all know how usually we have been benefiting because of the social media. 4 5 years before COVID came, I think this type of conferences were hardly organized. It was looking how our students would get education. But because of the advancement in technology, we have been able to very successfully cater to the needs of our students. We have been able to organize such conferences and share our views. So there have been huge benefits, but this benefit has not come for free. It has definitely brought certain problems. And there are so many negative impacts also. Say, for example, fake news. The whole world is suffering from the fake news, and there is no control on the fake news. There are people who are free to write whatever they feel to write, and that raises several concerns, especially in a country which is divided on very, very many things, reason, language, religion, many things. Then the social media is also being used as a propaganda tool, and this is required to be stopped for the betterment of the country. Then people start trolling. Something happens. I have been watching for quite some time. Aishwarya Rai and Abhishek Bachchan have become the trolling and bullying things. The most important thing that one thing has come, digital arrest is also there these days, as our Prime Minister has been speaking for quite some time. Then the social media is also being used by people who are involved in terrorism or some other fraud activities. Besides this, there are some impact on our own behavior also. And with the kind permission of the chair, I'll just emphasize on this and then finish in 2 minutes. See, our behavior is also greatly influenced by the social media these days. I have come to know, after a research it has been found, that those who spend more time on social media are more likely to experience anxiety and depression. They are falling the victim of depression. Then social media is also a new type of addiction. Now, if you don't see your WhatsApp, if you don't see your post, if you don't see your post, how many people have liked it, and if you don't reply, then we do not even sleep. I have seen people getting up in the morning, in the night at 2 o'clock, and then replying to their posts. That is really a very, very serious concern, because a good health, a good mind stays in a good body. And if our body is not good, if we are not able to take sound sleep, our performance next day is going to hamper very adversely, and country definitely cannot progress. Then, as has been said, it is a breeding ground for misinformation also for very, very many people. I heard the former Chief Justice Chandrachud, 2 days back, he was telling that even I came today about myself through social media, some misinformation about me. Then people are isolated from this real world. We have only one friend, that is Facebook, and some other Twitter, etc. But we are totally isolated, which is very, very bad, because long back it has been said that man is a social animal. We need to stay in the society. And when we meet people, definitely we exchange so many pleasantries, so many good things, so many bad things, and learn a lot. So these are the bad things: cyber bullying, privacy, fake news, data privacy, and security breaches. The concern, and I'm very sure that we are looking forward to have a legal regulatory framework so that it is tightly controlling fake news and something which is spreading hatred in the society, which is bringing bad blood in the society, which is leading to the killing of the people on some flimsy grounds. Then fixing responsibility. If some bad thing is spread, who is responsible for that? We must be able to find out the person so that the law can, justice can take its own course. Then there should be transparency. And of course, the people awareness should be there that every good thing has some bad thing, and we must be aware of it so that we are able to control our interest. And of course, use of technology for dispensation of justice is a very, very important. I must tell that in India, the courts have been very generous in accepting the advances in the technology. Probably all of you know that Kasab was tried on the basis of CCTV footage. And there have been several cases where the criminal have been convicted on the basis of chat details, etc., etc., etc. Even in one of the cases I was reading, and the audience will be very happy to know, that some contract were accepted as they have been the final contract without proper signature on the basis of exchange of emails, etc. So that is very good. And I must remember that, as has been said by Jefferson, that the American jurist and great leader, great philosopher, great statesman, that we may consider each generation as a distinct nation with the right by the will of the majority to bind themselves, but none to bind the succeeding generations more than the inhabitants of another country. What he meant that dead should not rule the present. So if we have advanced in the technology area, we must accept this as the gift of this time, and we must use in all our areas, including dispensation of criminal justice and elsewhere. But we should be, at the same time, careful about its misuse and misimpact so that our nation can lead a very happy life. I'm very sorry, and as the President knows, that in happy index, we are behind even, I think, Afghanistan also. So bad of this. And this is because we have not been able to control the side effects of technology. I hope that in this area also, the government will be doing something, and India will be one of the happiest country in our time itself. Thank you so much, the organizers. Thank you, Chair. Thank you to all participants. Have a nice time.
Thank you, Dr. Tiwari, for really putting very, very important points, and so especially remembering Dr. Ambedkar on the day of the Constitution Day, and also trying to provide the ideals of the Indian Constitution and correlating with social media, and putting very, very important points in terms of the challenges we are facing right now about fake news, propaganda tools on this social media, digital arrest. So there are a lot of points are required actually to be properly reviewed, and also in terms of regulation is very, very important. We know that everything has plus and minuses, and that's why these programs like this is very important, because unless we are aware about the plus and minuses, we cannot leverage the benefits, we cannot become safe. And the real challenge is actually about the impact on the new generation, that children and young generation, because they are just very, very inspired about social media, about all the new gadgets, without understanding the side effects, without the missing the real life, the pleasure what we enjoyed in our time, that physically playing, what kind of the enjoyment you have, then just simply on the social media. We rightly mentioned that people are really suffering from the depression, because those people who cannot do anything, they simply see their friends are having a lot of achievements and parties and all, and they feel, my God, I'm not doing anything. So they will see and then always feel the depression. So it has also plus minuses about all the aspects, but you are very clear that about that, you know very well, India being welfare state, and India must try that how to leverage the benefits in terms of Indian Constitution, welfare state concept, and also how the social media, e-discovery, maybe AI, blockchain, social media, how it can really provide the ideas and interests of the Indian Constitution, and then we can really extract real benefits. As I mentioned in the initial the speech that the boundary is really global, and that's why we must have global solution. But till today, on regulatory aspect, there is no common consensus globally, and the boundary is global, and we are very fond of applications. We are just rushing ahead without understanding the consequences, because as per the rule, anything goes on social media, it always remain on social media. You may go on deleting, but you don't know that how many people have shared and already actually consumed and saved and printed. You're not aware. So that's why the one strong message for all the participants is that please be careful while sharing anything on social media. Please be careful calling somebody. please be careful giving data to anybody, and that's why it requires a lot of awareness in terms of the participants. So let me congratulate Mr. Kaviraj Singh and Dr. Meenakshi for really having the great events every year, and also trying to always cover very the emerging areas and inviting people who are really globally well known, maybe lawyers, judges, and all the speakers, and also recognizing all the people who are contributing in the legal world in terms of the awards and all. So let me thank all my fellow the panelists. Because of the paucity of time, we cannot go second round. Otherwise, it will take another 30 minutes. So let me thank the fellow speakers, Dr. V.P. Tiwari, this attorney Vasilio and attorney Jersa, for giving very actually innovative and strong ideas, and also suggesting us that how we can go to next level. With these few words, I thank my fellow panelists. Will give a big round of applause to all my fellow speakers, and also big applause to especially Dr. Kaviraj, Mr. Kaviraj, and Meenakshi for always having the great events. And also let me recognize the efforts of Babita. She was really following us from few weeks to that we must be here and speaking. So thank you, Babita, also. And let me thank all the organizing team, all of you, and wish you all the best. Thank you, all of you.